What's going on YouTube? Darkscore255 where the numbers may be randomly generated, but the content itself is not, guys. And there is a new Fusion announcement. Man, it's Fusion. It has been absolutely brutal here, guys. So they just announced his Fusion. So in today's video, guys, we are going to be going over the Fusion, going over his kit. So if you guys have not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and let's go ahead and jump right into things, guys. Let me go ahead and pull it up right here. Bam. Cool. My face is blocking it, but I will move my face. I will move my face in a moment. Whoops. In a moment here. So who is the new champion? And as you guys know, I always butcher names. So hopefully I get this guy's name. He is from the Ogryn faction, which is amazing. His name is Khamir Scald-Eye. He looks kind of cool, honestly. A little bit weird that he has like these like piercings like on his belly, but I mean overall like a really cool design, guys. So let me just go ahead and I'm going to move my camera. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let me just move so we see the guy. He looks great. I'm gonna put myself right in his belly. Perfect. I am now one with his belly. So let's go over his kit, guys. Looks like he's a support magic affinity champion. His A1 dark restorations attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit restores all enemies destroyed max HP by an amount equal to 5% of this total by an equal an amount equal to 5% of the total destroyed HP. Each hit also heals all allies by 5% of this champion's HP. Wow, that's pretty cool. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 fully booked. That's a pretty big heal. Well, it depends on actually how much HP he has, but that's a pretty decent heal for 2 times. So that is a nice heal. That is a nice heal off of his A1. Okay, his A2 Gloom-Powered fills the turn meter of all allies by 25%, then places a 50% increased attack buff and a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's pretty interesting. He could actually be decent for PvP as like a turn meter manipulator, depending on I think maybe depending on how fast his base speed is. You could just use him, right? Like you could just use him as like a speed booster. I mean, increased attack is awesome for PvP, obviously, and then increased speed also great. I mean, also obviously good for, if you're using him in Chimera, you're using him in Hydra. I mean, he doesn't really seem like a great, if you're like really like, budget will be pretty good for like Chimera, but like I don't think he's going to be solving any trials per se. His A3 death is a weakness. I mean, not wrong. It's not wrong. Revives all dead allies with 50% HP and 50% turn meter. Wow, that is actually really good. That is not bad. Then places a increased defense buff and strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns. It's on a 6 turn cooldown. Oh my god, 654. 4 booked out, but man, who are the revivers for the Ogryn? Do they even have any? Do they even have any? I don't, like, off the top of my head, like I don't know, like, who are their revivers? I don't know off the top of my head, like who actually revives. I mean, Ugo revives, but that's when everybody's dead. And I don't know, I don't think any of these guys revive. Man, dude, is this like one of their only revivers? Wait a second. Hold on. This might be their own. And you guys can tell me down in the comments, dude, but I think that this might be their only reviver, or at least they might be as bad as Shadowkin, but now Shadowkin has like a bunch of them because of the most recent fusions. Wow, dude. So the Ogryn are getting a reviver. I think that in itself is a reason to not skip this fusion. Like just the fact that he's going to be a reviver is all that you need. That's all you need to know to not skip this. And I know we've had so many not skippable fusions lately, but man, I struggle in faction wars because I don't have a reviver. I'm just raw dogging it with like damage and healing. So having this guy would make life just infinitely easier. Okay, let's look at his passive. Murderous Zeal. Whenever an ally is killed, heals this champion by 25% of his max HP and fills this champion's turn meter by 25%. Also heals all allies by 10% of this. Wow. Wow. Dude, that is crazy. That is crazy, dude. So if somebody dies, he gets turn meter boost. Dude, he actually could be, and I know that I was talking more about faction wars, but like if you put him in like a merc set, like a mercurical set, like wow, dude, he's healing, he's like turn meter manipulating, like reviving all allies, and if they die, he gets a ton of turn meter. He gets a ton of turn meter and healing. And he also is boosting the other turn meters of his allies. Whenever an ally is killed, heals this champion by 25% of his max and fills his turn meter by 25. Also heals all allies of 10% of the. Wow. So if you stack this guy with I'm like thinking of that like epic book that like you're increasing healing and what is the name of that? I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I gotta look real quick. It is the stop raid index. Oh, I'll just do this. Oh yeah, the journal of necrosis. This would be absolutely insane. Whereas heals and turn meter increase effects applied to allies are boosted by 15%. So you could be getting like hold on a second. 369 12. Wait, 1 2 3 4 5. 5 times 3. There we go. Wow. Plus is 15. Wow. You could be, if this was fully booked, which I mean most people are not going to fully book this first, but you know, let's just say a level 5. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27, an additional 27%. So that's whatever, dude. That's whatever. So 37% per turn meter just for when somebody dies. And then wow, wait, fills his champion 25 5 50 60. Wait, so if he does this with that book, he is giving a turn meter boost of like 60 something %. So there's so many things that you could do with this guy. You could put him in a mercurical set, you could put him in supersonic would be good as well. Give him a chance to like to cut in. I mean, I don't know how I'm not saying that this guy's going to be like the end all be all, like amazing god tier for PvP, but like there are some like really interesting use cases for this guy, at least for PvP, dude, like PvE, dude, like he's already awesome. Faction Wars, he's going to be amazing. And if you're a newer account, newer to mid game to like end game, like he's going to be great for Hydra. He's going to be great for wave based content. And more, like I said, more importantly, for me, Faction Wars. And he has a speed aura of 20%, which is not the highest. The highest is like 25, but like he has a pretty decently fast speed aura too. Yeah, I mean, I think I hate to say like, oh my god, this is unskippable, blah 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 blah. But guys, like, if the minimum him being a reviver for Ogryn should make it the only reason that you go for him. Even if you aren't going to be using him mainly on your account for other reasons, we absolutely need to go for this guy. Like, and I hate to be that, I hate to be that guy that like, I just feel like the last couple of videos that I've made about fusions are like, you got to go for it. You got to go for it. Looks like it's going to be also a champion fragment event, which is, okay. Well, hold on. Champion fragment event, or those, sorry. I was thinking of something else. Those are great. I love champion fragment events. When does this start? This starts next Monday on the 27th. So we have some time to hoard our resources or try our best to, but you know, Plarium is always kind of draining our balls a little bit here. So I think he's going to be awesome, guys. I think of a lot of like really awesome use cases for him. Not only is he going to be an easy, you know, everybody's going to be able to get him, but they're going to offer the 5-star soul for him. Like there's so much utility with this guy. There's so much. And if you think that I'm overhyping, guys, let me know down in the comments, but I'm definitely going to go for him. Guys, get ready for the next Monday, the 27th, to grab this guy, and I'll see everybody in the next video.